Hi, welcome to We Wine Whenever. I'm Wendy.
I'm Kelly.
So we're just doing a quick recap on the Real Housewives of Potomac. And since Lori doesn't really like watching Housewives, we kind of left her out of this one.
Yeah,
And I
and
think
she
she's
was
happy.
totally fine with it, by the way.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
So it
Uh,
starts with Robin and Juan's marriage, which is
well,
kind of
wait.
how
The opening was kind of funny how they did it like a sitcom. Did you
I
notice
liked.
that?
Yes, I liked the opening.
I thought that
It
was
was
very
different.
funny. Yep,
Yeah.
very different. hmm But yes,
They've been doing that lately because even Beverly Hills opening was different than we were used to for the
yep,
first episode. Do you remember that? And Salt
yes,
Lake was all those like biblical quotes.
yeah.
I like
So
that they're
they're
mixing it up a little bit.
yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
So we were
Um,
talking. They were talking about, and I liked also that they went back to the Watch What Happens Live when Andy sat down with Robin, like because that
and she
happened
lied
after
right
the
to his
reunion.
face.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, it's kind of surprising that they had her back. Like, I guess they think that they want to watch that play out. But if she's not going to be honest, then why is she on the show?
Well, I do think she made some valid points. You know me. I always like to. Um, I don't know. I tried. I kind of root for the underdog, and I feel like in this situation, she's the underdog. But she said that she knew about all these receipts, and her and Juan had already worked through it at that point. So 5 months later, they start recording. Should she have brought it up? Like, why would she bring that up if they had already worked through it?
Well, I think it's kind of like the Louis thing when Margaret was telling Teresa, like, I think he should address it so that you hear his story. So I feel like it's the same thing. Like,
But
Robin should have
nobody brought
addressed
it
it.
up. But nobody brought it up. So why I would bring it up. Like she
I
said, she was waiting for Karen to bring it up. And if Karen brought it up, then she would have addressed it. But why would she
Which
bring it
doesn't
up?
make sense though, because Karen doesn't do shit like that. Only her and Robin do. And by the way, I mean her only her and Giselle. Giselle said that it's eating Robin up that people are poking holes in her marriage. It's like, are you kidding me? You did it to Monique. You do it to Karen all the time. You did it to Ashley. Now you're doing it to Candice. You're poking holes. You're trying to poke holes in everybody's marriage, and now you're getting pissed off that they're coming for yours. I mean, come on. And Juan clearly has some extracurricular interests going on. You know,
He
they're
does.
making
He does.
so. I thought that was interesting.
I agree. I do think that's interesting. And he definitely has stuff going on. I mean, at the end of the episode, they all sit down and they talk to her. I mean, Charisse and Ashley and Giselle, but even then, she wasn't really, she's not ready.
She wasn't hearing it at all, and I'm not a huge Charisse fan. I don't know why they keep bringing her back, but I guess people like her. That's fine. I did think that what she said was good because she did live it. She did go through it. I want to say Charisse's husband was the head coach of Rutgers basketball. I believe it was Rutgers.
Yes.
So
Yes, it was
listen,
Rutgers.
she's in Potomac, he's in New Brunswick. He definitely
Right.
had some side pieces, and she lived it. She lived it. I don't know the whole laundromat story. I'm only going off of the show because I haven't read anything. Coaches are not washing jerseys. I don't know who the woman was that he was with. Maybe her role is to
She was an
wash
assistant
jerseys.
coach as well. Or trainer. She was a trainer.
I don't think it's their job either. I saw a picture. There were some jerseys, I guess. But, I mean, my son doesn't play college basketball. I know I'm washing his high school basketball jersey. Nobody else is washing that for
Right,
me.
right.
But I don't think college coaches are washing jerseys. And if they are, I'm sure there's a place at the school where they can do that type of thing. They're not sending a coach to the laundromat to wash jerseys, is my point. And why are you going to
Well,
the nail salon with another woman when you're
oh, yeah,
married?
that was strange too. That really wasn't addressed so much, but I
No.
did listen to Robin was on Two T's in a pod at BravoCon.
Oh,
Did you
I'll
hear
have to
that at
listen to
all?
that. No, no.
So she was talking about it, and it was really just Teddy because so Two Teas in a Pod had a lot of episodes during BravoCon, according to Teddy, because Tamara wasn't there for most of them. She was like doing
Right.
appearances
She
and
had,
stuff. But according to
yeah.
Teddy, they were doing them. They were like standing in line outside of their door, like waiting. And she had a lot of people. One of which was Robyn Dixon. She also had
Okay.
yeah, I think she had Giselle also, but not at the same time. But Robyn was saying that she's still standing by it. You know, she's still standing by the story. She was also saying that she felt really bad for that woman that was in the picture at the laundromat because she's just trying to do her job. She had nothing to do with it. And people were going on the school's website and taking her picture and reposting it all over the place.
She lost her job,
And she
that
knows
woman,
the
right?
woman.
And did Juan lose his
Um,
job as well?
well, Juan
I
lost
think
his
he might
job,
have
but
lost his
it
job.
wasn't. It he did lose his job, but they're maintaining it wasn't about that. Because remember in the beginning episode where they're sitting there talking,
You
her
froze.
and Juan, and
Oh, there you are.
what?
You froze
Oh,
for a minute.
they were sitting talking in the very beginning episode, and she was saying, you know, you lost your job, but that was because the team didn't
Oh, the team
perform.
wasn't winning. Okay. Okay. So
Right.
maybe one didn't
That's
have
what they were
anything to do with
saying.
the other.
Right. That's the story that they're spinning. I mean, it may or
Yeah,
may not be
but
true, you know? Who's
well,
to know?
that's the thing. You're not going to believe
Hmm.
anything that either one of
That's
them
the thing.
say anymore because they're clearly covering something up. I mean, the thing with the chick from Canada, even if you can get past the laundromat, listen, it is believable that he had nothing going on with that assistant coach. It is believable. Maybe they were washing jerseys for some reason, and the
Right,
nail
right.
salon. Maybe they were having a coaches meeting at the nail salon. Okay, but the thing with the chick from Canada, it's just too much. And then he
It's
says,
too
"Did you
much.
see her? Did you hear that?" When he said,
Yeah,
"Did you
I
see
did
her?"
hear that. Yes. Hmm.
I'm
I didn't see
like,
her.
and
Did you see
she,
pictures of her?
no. But when Robyn asked him, why not go in? Why not go in and do whatever? What
Right.
wife is going to ask their husband that? Not a wife
Well,
who trusts their husband. Why didn't you go in there and sleep with her? Who
well,
the
this
hell's
is what
asking their
she said
husband
when
that?
this is what she said when she was talking to Teddy about it. You know, her and Juan have been together since she was 17 years old.
Mm-hmm.
And Teddy was, kind of playing devil's advocate, and she once again doubled down and said her and her husband have had problems in the past too. So now she keeps
She has been
continuing to
very
say
vocal
that,
about
right?
that. Yeah, yeah.
Which is interesting because she wasn't at all when it was on the show, and maybe it didn't happen when it was on the show. Maybe it happened afterwards. But what she
Right.
said is, Edwin and I have only been together 14 years. It's totally different when you're with, she's like, he's my best friend. They've been together since they were 17 years old. So like she said, she was mad at him. She told him to get out. And Giselle said, well, did he leave? And she's like, no. But, she's doing the best she can. And I just think that she's just always going to forgive him. She's always going, because she doesn't want to lose her best friend. She doesn't want to lose her
I
best
think
friend.
that Juan
I
wants his
mean,
cake and eat it too. And Juan knows that Robyn is a good mom and she's always
yeah.
got his back, clearly. And he's going to do what he has to do to stay in that household and stay in that bed. But he's also going to do his side hustle.
Which is, it's sad. I mean, I hope for Robyn's sake that she either wakes up and you know what I think is going to happen? Maybe when the kids are older and out of the house.
Yeah, yeah.
And, I mean, that's going to be a long time for her at this point.
But
Her
she
kids are still
really
young.
has. I agree. Somebody will come along. Somebody will come along and show her how she should be treated, and that's what it's going to take because
Yeah.
she has been with
Yeah,
Juan since she's
maybe.
17, and this is all she knows.
Yeah.
So, but it's she has to stop. She has to stop going for other people's marriages because
Oh,
her marriage is a
100%.
hot mess. So she
She
just
shouldn't be
needs to
talking about
stop.
anybody's.
Right. Right.
So then, what did you
Weird.
think about Karen, Candice, and Wendy meeting up for lunch?
I kind of
So
like that little
all of a
that
sudden,
Trace
they're all. I mean, I knew
Amigas.
Karen and Candice were close, but I didn't know Wendy
Mm-hmm.
was in that mix.
Well, I think again they went after Wendy's marriage last season. Remember, they were trying to say that Eddie was cheating on Wendy. So, you come after
Yes,
people for the same thing over and over again. Now you're giving them something to bond about. And I like it. I like all
right.
three of
Yeah.
them. I do.
No, yeah.
And
I do
Wendy,
too. I do too.
I honestly think that Wendy intimidates the hell out of them. Not that they're all not smart women, but she is accomplished and she is intelligent and she is articulate. She does not,
And
she
she has
loses her
four
shit sometimes,
degrees.
but only when pushed. Yes, and she has 4 degrees.
Yeah.
That's right. And I don't think they like that. The green-eyed monsters.
No, no, no.
But I like the three of them together.
So I do too. I think that they are a good trio. I think they're a
Mm-hmm.
good trio.
Mm-hmm.
I liked the Ashley in her house with her kids. Again, she's another one who I don't think she's
Did
going to
you
get a
hear her
divorce until
say,
she.
it's so hard, it's just me and the kids? And then they
Right.
pan to the nanny.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
She's outside
And
on
what?
her on
And
her rocking thing, like, woo, I'm so exhausted. And the nanny's in there like the kids. You must be exhausted paying that nanny.
exactly.
She's not going to
Exactly.
get divorced because he's clearly still paying all the bills. And did you hear
Exactly.
her say that her prenup, she doesn't get alimony?
Yes. She had to know that when she signed it.
That's why she
I mean,
had
she
those
gets child
babies.
support. Yes.
Exactly. That's why she had those babies. And there's no
Yes.
denying, at
Yeah.
least the
She's no
older one,
dummy.
there's no denying that's not Michael's
Yeah.
son. He looks just like Michael.
Yeah. He does. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
2.2 million for that house. That's a
And that, oh,
it's a big
I
nut to
want to
crack.
know where that is because was she near the beach, she said? Or did she say the water?
Did she say that? I think she said the water,
Okay. I mean, and there is the
which could be
Potomac
like the
River. So
Potomac
maybe,
River, right?
yeah, yeah. But at first I thought she said beach. I'm like, they're not close to the beach.
No, I
So
didn't think.
maybe it was
No,
the
I
river.
don't think she said. I think yeah, I think she said water. Um,
Yeah.
what about Giselle having
Yeah.
Jason there from Summer House
Are
or
they
Winter
still
House? Wait,
together?
where's
Because
Jason from?
he's from Winter House. He's from Winter
Actually, isn't he
House.
from Summer House too?
He
Oh,
met Lindsay in the Winter House. They started dating, and then remember she had a
she
miscarriage,
got
and
pregnant.
then
Yes,
he made an appearance on Summer House that season where they talked about it. Wait,
yes,
did they? Or no? Was it the
yes.
next Winter House season? I think he made an
No,
appearance on Summer House.
I think he did too, and I think then she kind of didn't allow him to come back because
Right.
of that.
But they met
Which
on
is
Winter House. So he's a Winter House guy. But I
yes,
liked them
yes.
together. I thought they were cute. And I'm not a huge Giselle fan, but here's the thing. I think Giselle needs a good solid man in her life because I think it makes her a better person. When she's not with him, when she's not in a good place, that's when she gets bitter and catty and starts
Mm-hmm.
coming after people. She seems happy with him and it's enjoyable to watch. She's very
Yes,
likable like that.
she did say though it's not serious. It's not like a serious thing. It's a casual thing, and she does still
Yeah,
see him. Which there's a huge age difference, so I get that. Like I don't think this is
that
her
was a big,
guy,
right.
which is okay. That's okay. I mean,
Yeah,
it was cute that her daughter was interacting with him, and like
yeah.
she didn't seem to mind, which is good because she's going to be an empty nester if she's not right now. I think she might be now, right?
I think Grace is going away
It's
to, like
going.
she's talking about her going away to college now, and then Adore and
The twins just got their license, so maybe next year.
yeah, so they have a little bit of time before they go away, but they are close in age, so yeah, they'll all be gone at the
Okay.
same time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Soon, right. And then she's going to be by herself.
Um,
And what'd you think about Mia
yeah,
and
how
Gordon?
about I was just going to say, he must have stolen money from that company.
Going
So
from
he
the
basically started that company with his family?
You know what? It's funny. It was really hard to get a clear answer. They were all together. They were all a part of it. And I don't know if he started it or not. Like, I don't know exactly who started it, but whatever happened, they voted him out
Yeah.
and they
So
froze all their
I
accounts.
don't want to say they stole money, but they were spending money. I guess Gordon and she were spending a lot more money than anybody else. And he was the CEO, so he had the means to do
Yeah,
that. He had the access to do that. And they voted
right.
him out. And now they done broke, man. They're in a 1,500, which
They
listen,
are.
1,500 square feet is comfortable for me, but she
But
went
not
from
when you go from
10,000 square
11,000
feet.
square feet.
Yeah. Her kids are probably like,
That's a
what
lot.
is going on?
I know. I know. That's crazy, right? I can't imagine what those
Yeah.
Thanksgiving dinners must have been like.
I know. I know.
Um,
Holy cow. But now we know. Now they're getting divorced.
yes.
I mean, she left him, right?
Yeah, and I think I don't know if it was on a trailer or what, but um yeah, I believe so. Yeah, and somebody asked her, one of the housewives asked her if she married him for money, and she said, "Well, maybe." Like she didn't say no. She said, "Maybe I did." Maybe you did?
She did not
I
say
mean,
no.
when the money's gone, you're
Yep.
gone. What do you think?
Yeah, you did.
Like that's crazy too. Like
Exactly.
why are you,
You did.
you have
But
kids,
where's she
you have
going?
kids with him.
And where are you going? Yeah, you have kids with him. He
I don't
can't
know.
pay you anything right now. So where are you going? You might as well just stick with him and, try to
Maybe she just figures she's going to
do
go.
something together. I don't know.
I don't know either.
She's gonna
I don't know either.
trade up. She's gonna do what Portia did. Portia's like, the hot dog man's not doing enough for me.
Hey,
Now I'm gonna go after what, a prince? Isn't he a prince?
is he a prince?
Me is
Oh, I know he's
on the
got big
hunt.
bucks.
I gotta
Yeah. Hey,
look that
listen, I
up.
would like a
Yeah, yeah,
prince.
yeah. I think he's got more money than hell yeah. Me too. Hit a girl up. No. But did you how
Um,
about Candice saying that Robyn was only supporting her last season because she knew what Juan was doing with the allegations
well,
against
listen,
Chris?
yeah. I mean, Candice was hurt by her. Basically, that's what it comes down to because she was close with
Mm-hmm.
Robyn. Not Giselle so much, but she was
Yep.
close with Robyn. And I don't blame her. I would be
Yep.
hurt too. I mean, she called her
Absolutely.
homegirl. She's
That
like,
whole
she's
thing,
my homegirl.
yeah. That whole thing at the reunion, because they flashed back, Giselle saying that he made her feel uncomfortable. It was such
Yeah,
bullshit. It was complete bullshit. And then Ashley saying he
it
was
was. The
sliding
other
into
thing,
her DMs.
Ashley's always been in cahoots with Robyn and Giselle. Always.
Yeah. She's always wanted to be in with them. And they came for her
Yeah.
too. So it's like, what are you doing? Like, she'll actually go after Karen, and
Yes,
Karen
they
was probably
did.
the nicest to her. You know?
Yes. Yes.
I don't like the long blonde hair on Robyn.
I don't dislike it. I don't dislike it.
It's it's not her
I
best
don't
look.
like her short hair. I thought this was something good for a change because
I
she's
don't
had
like it.
short hair for such a long time.
Yeah, I don't like the really short either. I like it like medium length. The long blonde, I'm like,
In
oh, you could
between.
just tell,
There's,
yeah, it doesn't look
yeah.
natural.
Well, none of them look natural.
No, you're
All right,
right.
what else we have?
Well, no. And yeah. So then, I mean, they end with them all at Giselle's house and them trying to talk to her, which I thought was really nice because listen, she knows Giselle's always going to have her back. There's no doubt about it. And Ashley and
Mm-hmm.
Charisse are obviously good friends to her too. So here you have
Yes.
three people who you trust saying these things to you, and she is not receiving it at all. She is I don't know if
No,
she's in denial or she is just going to have this man's back no matter what.
I think she's in
That's
denial.
what it seems like.
And she said at one point, because I think it was Giselle that said to her, like, or, you don't seem happy. We're worried about you, that you're not happy. And she's like, well, this is stealing my joy. All these rumors are stealing my joy. And I'm thinking, that's not what's stealing your joy. Juan is stealing your joy. Like,
Absolutely.
it's not the rumors, it's your husband's actions.
Yep. Absolutely. He's the one doing all this. People aren't making shit up. I mean, obviously that does happen in this Bravo world, but
Right.
people are coming with receipts. I mean, this woman
Yeah.
from Canada, she's not making this shit up.
No, she's
And
not.
that
And I
story
wonder,
was tired. Tired.
no, it definitely was. I wonder what's going to happen with the Chris story with that woman, because I'll be honest with you, I haven't really seen any real news outlets pick it up.
Nope.
Have you?
I think it's a bunch of BS. No, not at all.
I do
Not
too.
at all. I think that woman just wanted her 15 minutes of fame or, made up 15 minutes of fame,
I agree.
which is why, that's why, I mean, not to talk about Beverly Hills,
Yeah,
but
exactly.
that's why it's just so surprising to me that people are saying that Kyle's just finally fed up with his whatever infidelities. Why hasn't any woman come out and said anything unless they've like, you know, financially just settled it. I don't think this
I mean,
woman saying what she's
anything's
saying about Chris
possible.
Bassett. Yeah. I don't think this woman saying these things about Chris
No, I
Bassett
don't
has
think
a leg to
that's
stand
true.
on
I
though.
don't think that's true at all.
No.
I agree. And the Beverly Hills thing, I don't know if you saw, but at BravoCon, Kyle did say divorce. She was
Oh,
doing an
they are
interview,
getting
and
divorced?
she used the word divorce. She was saying how she really looked at her life, and she went through a lot this year, losing her best friend to suicide and going through a
Oh,
divorce. Those were her words. Now, I don't know if she meant to say that or if that's
right.
really what's happening, but those words
Right.
came out of her mouth. And then
Wow.
after that, like that was like the whole big gossip throughout BravoCon that, Kyle said it's a divorce. Kyle said it's a divorce. But then after that, I saw pictures of Maurizio and Emma out to dinner at some banquet thing on October 5th. Did you see that?
Yep. I saw that too. I did. Yep.
So I'm starting to think that that's true. I'm starting to think that that's true.
It's
And
so
I don't think
it's
it's
so
made up.
funny though. I still have my feelings about it. But
I know you do.
it's so funny to me though. If this is true about Mo and this chick Emma, why would they go on camera saying like there's nothing going on? Like why bring more
Because he didn't want to
attention
get
to
voted
it?
out. He didn't want to get voted out. He was still on. He was
Okay.
counting on those Real Housewife votes. And what happened? As soon
I'm
as it
not
came out,
watching it.
I
Oh,
watched two
oh, his
episodes.
votes went down.
That's when he got voted out the next week.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah,
That's
the next week
funny.
he got
I'm not
voted out.
watching it. It seems like Ariana's going to win though. I mean, I on Instagram I see her. She obviously is a very good dancer, but
She is.
she's just got the country eating out of the palm of her hands right now.
Yep, she does.
Which, I don't mind, I don't care, but women do get cheated on and
Yeah.
eventually you have to kind of move on from it, which I think she's doing, but I think maybe it's time for the rest of the country to move on too.
Well, I think
I'm
that's
not a
the
huge Sandoval fan, but I think we can stop like burying this guy over it.
Yeah, I also heard that Lala at BravoCon kind of stuck up for him when he came out on the panel and people were booing him. And Lala kind of, said, listen, he's done his penance. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
which, good for Lala.
Yeah, and it doesn't make her a bad friend to Ariana by doing that.
No,
Like, they're all
no.
filming a show together. It's not like they're never going to see him again. They have to film a show together. He did not
Right,
lose his job. He's still on that show. And quite
right.
honestly, he didn't. I mean, he is manipulative. I mean, but I also think that Raquel knew what she was doing too. She's not a damsel in distress. I understand she has some mental health issues that she's working on, and I'm very happy to hear that. But she knew what she was doing. Even
Mm-hmm.
if you have mental health issues, you know right from wrong. So,
I agree. I agree.
let the guy, I agree. He did his penance. It, he's still going to have to face a lot of backlash, especially, never mind the show, a business owner. He's going to face backlash with his businesses. So let's just all, chill
Yeah.
and let him get himself back. I don't know. I
I don't
hope he
know.
never
I
cheats
also
on
heard.
anybody ever again, though.
Oh, he definitely will. He definitely will.
I hope
Listen, a
he
leopard
definitely
doesn't change its
will.
spots.
No, no, not that kind of leopard. Not that
um,
ballsy kind of leopard.
no, definitely not. Something happened with Heather McDonald's. I don't know what she was talking about, but she was ranting about something. So maybe I'll figure it out by the time we record our next episode and we can talk about that.
Didn't she take it down? I think was she like a little buzzed or something?
I don't know. She was saying something about these men and they made these lies up. I don't know what she was talking about. So I'm going to have to do a
Oh,
little
we
bit
gotta
of
look into
research.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah. Real quick, did you watch Winter House last night?
I did not. What happened? Something
Okay.
good happened?
It was just interesting to me. I won't go into detail,
It's
but
okay. I mean, I watch it because it's
Jordan,
fun.
yeah. Yeah, I don't want to recap or
Yeah,
anything
yeah,
like
yeah.
that, but Jordan apparently has a little crush on Corey, and Corey's
Mm-hmm.
clearly not being honest about his relationship with Sam.
Right.
So something happens, and Jordan gets the impression that Malia and Corey are kind of vibing, and she has like a breakdown, like where she's crying and sobbing. And I thought, you've
Really?
literally only known this guy 2 days. You've barely talked to him. He doesn't even know how you feel. You just decided today that you were going to tell him that you had a little crush on him. But I thought, you know what? She's probably never been rejected by a man in her life because she's beautiful. She's gorgeous. Um, and I don't think she could handle it. And she wasn't
That's
even
crazy.
rejected.
Right.
She had a breakdown sobbing because she thought something happened between those two and she was going to tell him how she felt. It's very interesting. Watch it.
That is interesting. And I
Yeah.
think Sam is coming, right? Isn't Sam coming?
Yes. Yes. And then
That
she
should
says something to Malia. There's like a heated exchange between her and Malia, but nothing happened between Corey and Malia.
interesting.
It's going to be good.
Yeah. All right, I think
Yeah.
this is good for now.
Yeah.
We'll do this maybe next week and we'll talk about Potomac again next week. A quick
Yeah.
little. All
Definitely.
right. All right.
Yeah. I love Potomac.
I know, I do too. Thanks for watching
Yeah.
and listening to We Wine Whenever. Like us, 5-star reviews, and share with your friends.
Yes. Share, like, review, and listen.